Hey, welcome. It's Brian, and this is Guitar Solo Reactions. Today we're back with Bandmaid. We are doing the song Manners, and if this is the kind of thing you like, please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for all the support, for all the fans of Bandmaid. Much appreciated. And with that said, here we go. Manners. I dig this. It's got that hard rock vibe, but it's even more aggressive with all these other things kind of going on in the background. Of course, great bass playing, and, just got some cool kind of textural things going in the background. You must come back. Yes. She is such a great singer. Again, that is not something I say a lot, to be honest. And it's just kind of mind-blowing. Nice. Another killer song that was really fun and had a lot of great energy, obviously. But what I really wanted to point out is Misa, the bass player. I talk about this a lot. I've been in bands for a long time, and kind of this, it's not a mystery or it's not a secret, but the bass player is the key to so many things. It's not just someone that covered the low end. If you watch a lot of bands from America from the 80s, kind of hair metal. I don't actually like that term. I happen to like quite a few of those bands. A lot of the times the bass playing was very pedal oriented or very simplistic, and it didn't really outline kind of the melody, or it didn't kind of carry the song forward. Sometimes it was just kind of a quarter note thing that would hit kind of the root note of the chord kind of thing. Now, that's an anomaly to some degree, meaning like that wasn't everyone, but that was stylistically something that happened a lot. And then you have a bass player like here with Misa, who is a little more in the foreground than a lot of bass players, but in a good way. So she's kind of playing in the context of the tune. She's not doing a bass solo, but she is playing the extended range of the bass, like Chris Squire from Yes, John Wenton from UK, Asia, and King Crimson. I'm talking basically classic rock players, essentially. A little bit of Geddy Lee. And that was also where I would throw in Chris Squires, those progressive rock players. John Paul Jones. They're subtle, but yet they add this whole new dimension to music that might not be as exciting if you had a bass player just kind of doing like a whole note, one note per chord kind of thing, however simplistically you want to describe it. I just really think she is a great asset to this band, and it really gives it a lot of flavor for me, I guess is kind of what I'll say. And she's got like a great bass tone. She's got chops. The tone itself, getting back to the bass tone, is kind of gritty, a little bit overdriven. And she's got, I'm not sure, I know someone has told me what the bass is. I've forgotten to some degree, but it's got that kind of jazz bass sound, but more like a precision almost. And I'm just a huge fan of that tone in general. And that's kind of a classic rock tone, whether it's Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy, or that dude in Queen, I forget his name, Roger Taylor, I think. So just name every great bass player that was in a 70s band that really delivered. And I think she kind of falls into that continuum. Now, in modern music, if you're playing this kind of stuff, or you're like modern progressive stuff, you're a great bass player. You're a great musician. Probably heads and tails above the average player in the 70s that was in just a rock band. Now, there's two sides to that, right? There's the the virtuosic guitar playing or drumming or whatever. That's great, but you also can not have that and be an incredibly creative player and make some of the coolest, greatest songs of all time just because you hear things in a certain way that's really unique and can be as complicated as playing a lot of notes. So, here we have a band that they're all really incredible players, but the song doesn't kind of suffer because of that. They're really integrated. They're pushing the song forward. This song was 3 minutes and 55 seconds. And in terms of like the 70s and 80s, as far as like a song that would be on the radio, you had to be around there or actually less in their eyes, in a radio station's eyes. You had to have this short and, singable, all of that kind of bullshit stuff. Van Halen probably never had a song over 5 minutes long. A lot of them were probably 3 and change and highly effective. But me personally, coming from a prog background and kind of a jazz and fusion background, I think songs, as long as they're interesting, can be as long as you want, 15, 20 minutes. Epic pieces, kind of that concept thing that the 70s started and still exists today, depending on the band, whether it's Symphony X or Dream Theater. Those are two that come to mind that do that still. Anyway, I've kind of gone off the rails on this one, but suffice to say, I love Misa's bass playing is really adds a great dimension to this band. So I'm going to sing her praises. And maybe I kind of centered on Konami because guitar player, Paul Reed Smith, blah, blah, blah. All the kind of similarities, not to me, but the things that this channel is about. But I do love kind of pointing out the bass players and drummers, and I kind of get there eventually. And even the singers occasionally. So, anyway, I am Brian. Thanks for watching. See you soon.